If you like ESP32 projects, there is a new dev kit that I just got in the mail, and it's called the MakerGo ESP32-P4C5. And you heard that correctly. There's a P4 and a C5 on this board, and I'm gonna give you guys an overview on this in a second, but this is such a genius idea. Just a quick, to let you know what happened, I sometimes look on AliExpress for different unique dev boards by some sellers that you would almost never come across. And MakerGo is one of those sellers that I've only admired from afar. They've had a couple of weird microcontroller dev boards that I've admired and been like, I don't know if I really want to jump head first into that. And we've seen P4C6 boards and IoT devices galore. The Tab 5 is a P4C6 combo. The Tanmatsu P4C6 combo. Even the Crow Panel 7-inch, there's a bunch of Crow Panels, P4C6 combo. Everybody wants to pair the P4 with a C6. And I hated this because when they started doing this, we had the C5. Well, now we have the board, or one of the first boards, that combines the workhorse of a P4 with the dual band capabilities of an ESP32-C5. And if this is your first time here, hey, how's it going, man? I'm your pal Cal, maker propaganda specialist, and today we're gonna go over this impulsive AliExpress buy because I think this thing is pretty cool, and I think you might too. Now you might be asking yourself, what's the benefit of having two microcontrollers on a single dev board? We've seen a lot of amazing devices like the Biscuit Pro that combines a RISC-V with a C5. This is such an amazing idea. And then we have other IoT gadgets that are coming out soon within the projects that we like to go over, like the Highboy, which is actually powered by almost the same specs as this dev kit, a P4 and a C5. So that begs the question, would a completely RISC-V microcontroller with insane clock speeds and a decent amount of memory make for the best projects that we could possibly dive into? Well, the answer is kind of. The RISC-V architecture in the P4 has been kind of tricky from the get-go because nobody wanted to dabble in something that is made for HMI applications. That's how powerful it is. It was built for, displays, small AI vision projects. There's a lot of AI capabilities within the P4 that you can find in demo kits, whether it's the M5 Stack Tab 5 or the Crow Panel 7-inch that we've actually gone over in the past. It is an insanely powerful microcontroller, 400 megahertz clock speeds. I want to say 60 GPIO pins, but this dev kit has 32 megabytes of SRAM and 16 megabytes of flash memory, at least for now. We're starting to see developments where Espressif is actually launched through Waveshare a 32 megabyte ESP32-C5 dev kit. And that's just the beginning, according to them. We're about to start seeing even more, double that. We're talking about projects that are about to get a little bit hefty with no lag or anything that could possibly make it a not so friendly user experience. Before we switch over to the top-down camera, this video is sponsored by MidwestGadgets.org. A lot of people get introduced to NFC through devices like the Flipper Zero, but Midwest Gadgets has upgrades for any NFC device. They also have tools that can help you in your NFC education, as well as upgrades that can really make a difference either on your phone, Flipper Zero, Proxmark, you name it, as well as field meters to give you a way more accurate reading. I gotta thank Midwest Gadgets because they've been a sponsor of this channel for a very long time, and I wouldn't be able to make my videos without them. So if you guys want to upgrade your NFC experience, you can find them at MidwestGadgets.org. Let's take a closer look at the P4C5 combo. We've got two USB-C ports, a full-size USB port. I feel like they missed an opportunity by not throwing an Ethernet jack because the P4 is capable of 100 megabits, but we have the S31 coming out in, well, it's out now, but we have one on the way actually, and that will have it on there. But we get a boot and reset button as well, a switch to toggle between the C5 and the P4, but on the board, I want to say that they used this exact board with the the C6 P4 combo. They also have a P4 C6 combo. Everybody has a P4 C6 combo, and you can switch between that switch. On the back, we've got an SD card slot. Of course, you've got 80 GPIO pins, 40 on each side, like we showed earlier. Two sets of DSI and CSI connectors, and according to the documentation, they might work with I want to say Pi cameras, but it's your, your standard connector, so you shouldn't have any problems there. Taking a look at the actual chip, we have our P4 right there and ESP32-C5, a UFL connector for dual band Wi-Fi. It's also capable of Matter, Zigbee, Thread, and Bluetooth, 16 megabytes of flash memory like I mentioned earlier, and 32 megabytes of PSRAM. That is absolutely insane, and I love it. Now the P4C5 has an ES-8311 audio codec and an NS4150 amplifier, a built-in microphone right here, a little tiny MEMS unit, and a 2-pin JST for a speaker. Now, according to the official documentation, it says it could be compatible with Raspberry Pi cameras, and it is. Now, as far as the top and bottom here, we have 2 sets, and these 2 sets, 55 are taken from the actual P4, and 9 are taken from the C5. And they all speak SPI, I2C, UART, ADC, and Ethernet signals can be pretty much added if you just add an Ethernet jack, which is, like I said, I wish they did add an Ethernet jack to this. I feel like it would fit perfectly. Now, I mentioned these ports earlier. They are USB 2 Type A and Type C. We've got debugging here on the top, as well as our standard USB-C in the middle. The P4C5 is also capable of secure boot and flash encryption, and that's actually a lot of potential here. Like, this entire board is ingenious, and the fact that we're starting to see more boards like this just means that we're going to see even better devices at the end of the year. You can snag one of these. I want to say the only place that I could actually find one was on AliExpress, and I'll try to find the exact link and link it down below. It's not an affiliate link or anything. I just think this thing is awesome, and I think you might too. If you like P4 projects in particular, they can be kind of tricky. Getting a coprocessor working together, I'm not the brightest light bulb, but it's kind of agonizing. At the end of the day, I'm a hardware guy, and I think this is some pretty neat hardware. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love your faces. We'll be back to some pretty cool stuff tomorrow, man, so make sure you tune in. If you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing and liking to this video, because we go over different stuff all the time, my guy, as well as linking so many awesome members of the community and awesome channels down below as well. And if you like sick merch that's like a lot of collaborations and some cool stuff, you can find a whole bunch of that at blackwiremilitia.com. We'll see you next time.